It is baffling how insane and crazy some of the things you come across on the internet are. Some things that make you go, how? Why? Like this 37-year-old man, his whole life, 37 years, was aware of something that didn't belong in his mother's freezer. He was never allowed to touch it or mess with it, but he knew there was just something wrong with it. It didn't belong. After his mother passed away from cancer, he decided it was time to look inside. And what he found is completely shocking. I've always asked the question, how can someone be so unaware, so oblivious, never ask questions? How did this happen? And why could someone be so non-observant? How do these things go unnoticed right under someone's nose? Anyways, check this out.
Has been in my freezer for 37 years. And I was always told it was like a wedding cake top.
Adam Smith had been living in this apartment, taking care of his mother who passed away from cancer just days ago. He showed us a photograph of a wrap box that was in his freezer. He said his mother kept it inside their freezer for decades and told him to stay away from it. He opened it after she passed away.
There was a pink blanket, baby blanket, and when I reached down and touched it, and I could feel a foot, and I could see the baby's head with hair. The hair was still attached to it.
He's distraught thinking about the possibility that that child may have been his sister and what his mother may have done. Preliminary testing led investigators to believe the child was wearing clothes made in the mid to late 1960s and that he was younger than 1 year old when he died. The baby was never legally named, police say.
Before we continue, hit the subscribe button. Help me grow this channel and bring the South Cacks to living rooms all over the world. We're doing new content. We're trying different things. So let's grow. Let's begin. This right here is freaking everybody out on TikTok. I go, why? But you'll notice the little head down at the corner of the table pop up. You know what this is? I'm gonna tell you what this is. And if you didn't notice the little head, go back and watch it again. But anyways, you can notice that there's another place set out for another person. And what this really is what I think it is. You got this peeping Tom who's looking in these people's windows. So they probably got used to this and decided, let's mess with this person. Teach this peeping Tom a lesson. That's what I really think this is. I think it's the second person who lives in this house that you don't see who pops their little head up. Why is this creepy? The only thing about this thing is creepy is the peeping Tom who's filming in these people's window. That's what's creepy. Now, I don't know if this is some kind of trend that's popping up all over the internet. You know, where guards, security guards, are having conversations, full conversations, with someone who's not even there. Ghost. And then finding out that they were having conversations with ghosts. Very interesting, but there's a lot of them on the internet right now. So this one right here. So this guy thinks that a new employee is starting. You can see him introduce himself to a person that's not there. He even pulls out the chair for him and completely has a whole conversation with this person that you cannot see. After he finds out there was never anyone in the room that could be seen from the camera. You can kind of see shadows move around the room as he's first introduced himself And as he pulls out the chair, check this out. Here's another one of those security guards having conversations with Ghost on camera, then realizing there was no one ever there, and then freaking out as soon as they realized they were talking to a ghost. This security guard is talking to what he thinks is an elderly lady named Abigail who is asking for a Mr. Griffin, and he is trying to help her. But when dispatch asks him who he's talking to, he starts to realize he's talking to a ghost, and his reaction is priceless. Check this out.
Dispatch to 329.
329, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the lady. I saw her walking by the store, and she said she's looking for Mr. Griffin. Her name is Miss Abigail.
Did you say Miss Abigail?
Yes, ma'am. She says she wants to see Mr. Griffin, and I told her that the canvas is closed, that she should come tomorrow morning, that she might see Mr. Griffin.
Are you sure you're saying Miss Abigail? Like, she's been passed on for 2 years now.
Come again with that, please?
Miss Abigail she died 2 years ago.
You mean you can't see the person I'm talking to?
No, there's nobody in front of you at all.